All right, hey guys. So today, this is going to be my first podcast that I have with my lovely friend here, Precious. Precious, could you please introduce yourself?
Hello, everyone. My name is Precious Ndukwe, aka the latest Ada reigning in the Nigerian community.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ!
I'm here today featured with, Bravik, with what we got going on.
All right, so we are going to be talking about relationships. What else is there to talk about other than relationship? And why you guys are really suffering when it comes to relationship? You guys are complaining, whining. Why are men this? Why are men that? Let's talk about this. We got to talk about it. So, first of all, how old are
I'm 21.
you? Ooh, Gen Z. Ouch. Okay, so what is dating like for you?
Are you speaking in terms of me personally, or are you just pointing out like where
No, let's start
in
with you
general?
personally. Let's start with
Okay.
you personally.
Okay. Um, for me personally, dating for me is
Mm.
at least now. Um, in general, I can say everybody has their own genre of dating, but for me,
Mm.
it's where I'm committed to one person and that one person alone, and um, I'm pursuing a interest of potentially marriage, than just to date the person and other than getting to know, but like I desire something long term. So that's what dating is to me.
Well, I'm sure a lot of girls feel that way, but they usually get caught up in, situationships, talking stage. They don't know what the relationship is. They can the relationship they have with men are not actually defined. And most of the time they're just sharing men in general. So okay, so everything you said now, do you have that, like, do you tell the guys all this up front?
I do. And it can be all guys. I would say it's guys that I'm very interested in,
Yeah, the
and
guys,
like
yeah, I mean the guys you're
okay,
interested in. I don't mean
okay,
all guys that you meet.
okay.
Jesus Christ.
All right. I let them know. It's good to be clear, and it's good to let a person know your mindset point on, so that there wouldn't really be any like second guess thoughts. So yeah.
And the guys, when you tell them this, what do they say?
I mean, there are some guys that will understand and will agree, and some will try and just brush it off. But there are some other guys that will be quite honest with you and tell you whether they would want to pursue moving forward, or they don't see this is something they want to fulfill long term, or they don't want to commit at all. So at least they're honest, but
Most guys are not that honest. Yeah, I know that.
yeah.
Yeah, but most guys won't tell you, "Oh, I'm not. This is not what I'm looking for. I'm looking
For him
to,
to tell you
yeah."
though, he that means he's just being real. Like
Yes, yes, but most guys want sex. Most guys,
okay.
especially guys your age, yeah, they want to smash, bro.
Hmm.
They want to, and they're not gonna tell you, "Oh, yeah, I just want to Netflix and chill." They're gonna, yeah, they when you, especially when you tell them that, it's like
Hmm.
you're showing them your cards. Now, oh, okay, this chick is on that time.
Hmm.
Okay, let me draw. How can I sell it?
How,
Now, yeah, how can I sell it to her to make her feel like, okay, we are actually maybe some kind of an item, but not really an item, but
I
I
mean,
still
but
get to get what I want.
isn't that also called a situationship?
Yeah, that is a situationship. And most women that are in a situationship don't know they're in a situationship. That is why it's called a situationship.
But I mean, it's see, I and stuff like that is it's in all confusing, because I mean, unless if the guy has made it clear that he knows he doesn't want to be in a relationship with you,
Mm.
and the woman is aware of that, then it's a different story. But with someone coming on and off, giving you different readings, it's very confusing. And it's like there are a lot of women who end up being in situationships and they don't know that they're being in situationships, and they're sacrificing, committing, and putting all their hard-earned time into a relationship that does not at the end of the day work because the man was not straightforward. And often they let the woman know, oh, it's not as if I didn't tell you. And it's like, no. Why do you think me reading your body language or behavior is you actually verbally telling me you don't see a relationship with me? You know? It doesn't work like that. If you know you want a situationship, tell me you want a situationship. If you know you want a relationship, a long term one, tell me you want one. If you know you just want to talk, tell me you want to talk. If you know that we on a different time, Maybe if it leads to sex, then make it clear, make the communication aware, because communication in relationship is key. If you don't have a strong communication, how do you think you'll really be heard? You know,
But it's not really. I mean, okay, I'm speaking for
a
the.
man.
Yes. You know what? Yes, I'm speaking for the man here. Yeah, it's not in our best interest to tell you that we don't want a situation or we don't want a relationship.
Okay.
If I want sex, I'm not gonna tell you, yeah, I just want sex. I'm not gonna tell you I want Netflix and chill. I don't want to tell. I'm not gonna tell you that I want to call you up at 10 a.m. I mean 10 p.m. at night for you to come over. I'm not gonna tell you all that. So since you're leading with I want a relationship and I really desire you and I really want to be with you and I really want to have sex with you, I'm not gonna come out upfront to tell you that I don't want that because it's not gonna be in my best interest. So women have to understand that men would lie. Like if you're waiting for an honorable man to actually tell you what he wants and blase, 9 out of 10 men are not going to do that. The one now, are you going to put your chips on 1 out of 10 guys? I don't. That is not really a sustainable thing to do, in my own opinion, and especially with the way relationships are, especially in this country. So, but personally, I think it's women's fault though.
How so?
The sexual revolution that is from feminism.
Okay.
Yes. So you guys before it used to be a man for a man to actually have sex with a woman, he would have to go through the father, and the father will vet that man, and he will have to court the
I
daughter,
mean, but
and
times
he
are
would
changing.
yes, and that's what I'm
Mhm.
saying. Times have changed, and
Mhm.
we are changing with it. The women have changed.
Mhm.
They don't need no man. They
Mhm.
are feminists. They are all this. Yeah. Okay. So we are changing with the times. Men don't have to do that anymore.
Mhm.
Men don't have to court women anymore. Men don't
Mhm.
have to be chivalrous anymore. Men don't have to be gentlemen anymore. Men, because those men that would be gentlemen, court women, traditional, those men, they are bringing a knife to a gunfight. If I'm completely big, because women, they are wild and women are women are not the women that we used to know before. So now we are adapting to that.
Well,
That's what I think, though.
and your opinion is your opinion, but I would
It's not my
say
opinion; it's fact. Though.
um
Look at this
I
data
can't say
statistics.
that, because I would say every woman is different, and it just really again depends on the mindset you're coming from. If you're the type of woman that, like, you can't commit, you still want to enjoy your life, live your life,
Mm.
do whatever involves that lives your life in those
Mhm.
criteria,
Mhm.
then do that. But when you are ready to settle down, and there are women that are ready to settle down, they have the necessary materials that will help them, to find a good man and to have a good man. And if you're in that category, I do believe that it's possible. It's possible. Not every woman, just wants to encounter guys who are just not ready to commit.
And why I also reiterate, I mean, why I also repeat myself and saying is women's fault is you are saying, trying to find a man. You ain't trying to find shit. Women cannot tell a good man from not so good man. You can't do that. It used to be the job of your father. And since you've removed your father from the equation, now you are vulnerable. You are open for any and every.
Not every
You're
woman, though. Not everybody. Not every woman. You can't just put
women
in
in
a
general. No,
category.
no, no, women in general. And by
Nah,
women, mostly,
no.
come on.
I
Do
know,
you
no.
do you usually run through the men you date through your father?
Not a lot of, no.
Okay, exactly
Because
my
I can
point.
speak as women.
Yeah.
We have our own voice. You can speak for yourself.
Uh
If
huh.
you, I don't, especially, it's not as if back then when in the times of before, back home, speaking from Nigeria,
Mm,
many people,
mm.
it would have to be the parents putting the children together to marry. It's not those times anymore. If you are pursuing an interesting relationship,
Not even that though. I don't even. Not even that. Like, yeah, you could find a man,
mhm.
and then, but you bring him home and let your father vet him, not you vetting him. You can tell shit.
But
Like
it's
that's
like, no, it's not those times anymore too, because it's like, I'm if I
exactly
for
my
me to
point.
even for a woman to even bring a
Mhm.
guy home, it's serious. it's very serious, you know?
And that is the point. The damage has already been done before you even
Not
bring them
really though,
in.
because it's like you're making it aware, like, hey, not only the dad, but you also have to uh take note that the mother is also involved as well. This
Nah,
is this is really big business, you
men
know?
no men. Men no men. We know the ones that are full of shit and the ones that are not.
Well,
So
I
when
would just say honestly, if it takes a lot of courage for a woman to bring a man home to meet her parents, and the same thing likewise for a guy as well, because
no,
that's a huge responsibility.
no, it's
You
not.
know, it is.
Not really. We could be bringing every 2 weeks a guy a chick home. It's not
No,
that.
I think it really again all depends on mindset. It depends on mindset. It depends on what
My
you want.
and I think you're missing my point. My point is there used to be a buffer between the man that you want to date, the man that you want to date, and the good man you want to date, which was supposed to be a man in your family vetting out this man.
It's
Now you are
different.
emotionally involved with this man. Of course, he's going to sell you a dream. Of course, he's going to do. Why do you think most women say that they've been in a toxic relationship?
I mean, well, yeah, but you learn from your experiences, and the
Why do I
same
have to
thing.
learn? If why do I have to go through that bad experience?
I
For
wouldn't
some
really
women,
say I
they don't
wouldn't
come
really
back
say
from it.
that you I would not really say that, it is meant that one has to go through that bad experience. There are times a lot of women have entered into relationships with already a good mindset that, oh my God, I'm in a relationship, this man's gonna treat me right. And it was likewise. Only because where, one starts to see things that you've never encountered before, only because you were talking with that person. Now that you're dating that person, it's a different level to where I'm getting to know this person more deeper, and it's like you start seeing things that you're not used to, and maybe you don't want to be used to because of maybe how bad he's treating you. So, and if you're not going to be able to tolerate that, then it's not meant to be. But I mean, it's not every woman that later, is in a good relationship that always experiences a toxic relationship. There could be maybe a bad talking stage that just made it a huge 360 point of just saying, you know what, I don't want to encounter any more talking stages or any more relationships. Whenever I meet a good guy, I will meet a good guy. So
But so you're telling me that for you, so is good for women to actually go through those bad experiences and learn from it being instead of being guided by their father.
there's only so much that a father could advise to a daughter. At the end of the day, the ball is in the woman's court because as she grows, your father's not always going to be there with you. You're going to make choices and decisions on your own. That some choices and decisions that you make, it will be mistakes, but you will learn from it and you will overcome it. As a woman, it is important to make certain decisions and choices that will help you. And there are a lot of women right now, um, they're in stages of finding themselves, accepting to love themselves. They want to feel worthy enough, and they want to feel the worth they have, so that you don't have to seek validation from a guy, or wait until when you finally have a guy. All those things that you wish to have heard, maybe from your father or maybe from a man figure in your life, you're waiting to hear that from a man. You don't have to. A lot of women can already have that mindset and bring it into a relationship so that they don't have to seek validation, from a guy. So, I mean, the father figure is not going to be there forever. And whether or not the father figure is there, the woman at the end of the day makes a decision for herself. The parents, they're only support. They're already there. You've already made the decision for yourself. You can't pick or choose and let your parents know, hey, if I have a list and a row of guys,
Hmm.
which one do you think is meant for me? They can't do that.
Well, having a roster of guys is not really a good look on a chick.
It's not, but
What the hell are you
it's
talking
it's
about?
it's a lot of women have those type of mindsets though, and it's. I'm not saying I'm not
It's
trying
part of the
to.
problem.
I know, but it's like this is the generation that we live in, and it's not only women. I will speak for both genders. It's they, like you were saying, they have options.
men. Oh, I mean, but this is men since, well, since the
Since
beginning of time.
forever.
Yes,
Since
yeah. So you guys are just trying to be us now, and it's not gonna work.
I can let me hold up. Let me pause on that. You guys, everybody different. I would just say,
Because
I would say women are taking action and also recognizing those that don't want to commit, like, hey, I'm gonna do what I want to do, just as men do what they want to do. And I don't see a problem with that.
and then later on, they'll not want to settle down after they've done what they
Well,
wanted to do.
I
Hot girl
think
summer.
I think it's also with experiences. A lot of women have experienced a lot of tragic things, and maybe they're just not ready to settle down. They want to maybe be focused on everything that is meant for them.
What do you mean by
And
tragic?
you never know what women experience. It could be a bad relationship, a domestic relationship, molestation. It could be some type of form of abuse. You just never know. And many women, whether you experience that or not, you know, if you are not ready to commit, you are simply not ready to commit. No one is going to force you. But when you are, there's this type of feeling you will have to know that, I'm ready, you know? So, yeah,
Your friends, how is their dating? Are they having these problems that I'm talking about?
no comment.
Jesus Christ.
No comment. I can't just be talking about it like that.
People you know. Okay, forget about your friend. People you know.
Yeah,
People
no
you know.
comment.
You don't know anybody. You're in college.
I mean, what do you mean?
Your acquaintances. Let's forget about your friends.
Yeah, let's just say acquaintances, people
Yeah,
that one just knows of.
yeah.
What about them?
No, I'm saying, do they have these problems?
Do they have
Dating,
these problems?
dating wise.
Do
Like, do
they have dating
they?
problems?
No, no. Do they have this problem we are talking about? Them being in situationships, them being in
Yes, I would say many girls, many young ladies, they encounter guys that are not ready to really commit and follow up the task and things that they are looking for. And I guess the only thing I can say with things like that is, if a man is showing you what a man can't do, another man will. And if a man is showing you that he is not interested in you, I would say there's nothing wrong in waiting and enjoying the life of singleness and really waiting for the person that eventually is for you to treat you right.
what does that
Because
mean? The freedom of singleness. What is that? Like,
freedom of singleness, investing in yourself, learning yourself, you're growing every single day.
sex?
So
You mean sex too?
with sex, if you feel like you're the type of person that is still active,
Mm.
okay, that's your preference. I don't want to really speak on maybe stuff like that, because I don't know, it's everybody's preference. If you're practicing celibacy,
Mm.
cool. If you want to stay absence, that's fine. It's really anyone's preference. But I would just say, stuff like that, you have to, I feel like every single time a woman is entertaining such behavior from a man, it's like you're disrespecting yourself. And you're not raising your standards. You're not you're not making the man know that, you're not even making the man know to respect you, by you just allowing certain things to take place at any given time. So,
Do you think okay, by standards, yeah, you mentioned standards. Do you think
mhm.
women's standards are high?
No.
Is your standard high?
Is my standard high? Are we talking
Yeah.
about me, or are we talking about women?
You. Okay, let's start with you.
My standards are not high. I do believe that if um any man, if a man loves a woman, he will go all out
Mm.
for the woman. And I'm speaking in terms too. I
Yeah.
know everybody has a different religious background, but for
Yeah.
me as a Christian, I
Yeah.
know that there are godly men out there.
Okay.
And I also know that if a man loves you,
Mm.
he will take the time to do the necessary things to not only please you, but value you, respect you, to make sure that you are treated not only as a queen, but you know it's necessary.
You are how tall are you? You're like 5'3".
I think I'm 5'3". The doctor said I was 5'2", but I thought I was 5'4", but I went down.
5'3".
So
So
five
what
three,
if this man, this godly man that you're talking about, is like 5 foot?
5 foot.
Mm.
Honestly,
He's godly.
I would
He's
say this.
all of the things you just mentioned. He's
I
all of
would
them.
say this.
Yes.
I would say this, and I'm
Mhm.
speaking for myself. I know everybody has their own preference,
Yes.
and I'm not trying to sound very spiritual, but as a Christian,
Hmm.
I am willing to submit to what God wants me to do. And that is for whatever it is in my life. And I can just say, if God has a person for me that maybe it's not what I want or it's not what it's looking like, I do know that He's not setting me up for failure. And I do know that, yes, I still have to submit. Later on, it can turn out to be the best thing I've ever dreamed about.
Mm.
And there are times we encounter people like that. You may meet somebody and it's like, this is not what I'm looking for. This is not what I want. And then when you just choose to overlook all that type of way of thinking and you really get to know the person, spend time with the person, grow with the person, encounter things, experiences with the person, you'd be like, oh, this is what I've been looking for this whole entire time. I now, today, living am declaring that whatever God wants for me, it will be done. And I am ready to serve. I'm ready to submit to the man that He has in store for me, to everything within life that has to
Ooh,
offer.
you mentioned submission.
Yes.
This is like a very, very triggering word for women these days. Submission.
To submit.
Yeah. What do you think about it?
A lot of women have their own definitions and have their own logics to these words and to these statements and sayings. So I can really only speak for myself.
Hmm.
Submission to me is you're willing to compromise. You're submitting to your husband or
What
significant
does that
other.
mean? What does that mean?
What do you mean? What does that mean?
What does that mean to you? Like submitting.
So submitting, I'm sacrificing my my thoughts,
Mm.
sometimes my behavior, my way of thinking to just work with this other person that is potentially my husband.
Maybe I don't know about being yeah, here. I mean, yeah, it's too much wahala. We gotta, yeah, we have to go back to Nigeria. The whole family. Will you submit to that
I
if your
would.
husband
It
says
would be
that?
hard. I will not lie. It will be hard
Yeah,
because it's tough.
yeah,
Moving is not something that is just done easy too. There's a lot
yeah.
that comes with moving.
Uh,
It's a big responsibility.
yeah.
It's a huge task. You got to think about work. You got to think if you guys are even having children,
Uh.
where the children, gonna be schooling at, all of that, etc.
Would you
falls in
would you
line.
move back to Nigeria if your husband wanted to? Like honestly,
I
like
would say,
because
look, I would say I would say we will have to talk about it. We'll pray about it.
yeah.
If it's something that, because I do believe that God speaks to people, God, reveals things to people. If it is something that, in the end, it looks like we're going to Nigeria, I'll go to Nigeria. I have no other choice. And that's my husband. He is the head. I'm the neck. He is the leader. And I'm not saying that, in these terms, when they say, okay, he's the husband, he's the one that controls everything, he's the one that's going to do everything. No, times are changing. Women need to take charge. There are responsibilities that women have to do in the marital home. And I do believe that if a man is making money, you're also making money too. You don't depend on your husband. As women, we should be independent. We should be successful. We should have our own ideas and,
Oh
creative
my God.
minds and bring it forward. And if your husband is really your
You
husband,
should be independent
yes,
in a marriage.
independent in a marriage.
What the hell is that?
We're going off and on, but where I'm coming from is if my husband told me to go to Nigeria, I'm going to Nigeria. I'm going to Nigeria. I'm supporting
What does that
whatever.
independence mean, though? You said independent. What does that
Wait,
mean?
we gotta talk about the whole Nigeria. If it's,
No,
you
no,
don't
no,
want
no,
to
no,
go
no.
to
Yeah,
Nigeria.
yeah, yeah. I mean, Nigeria. I don't like. I know why I asked you that question
Mhm.
because I know it's gonna be a talk. I know that every fiber of your being don't want to go to that. I mean, come on.
I really don't.
would,
I
yeah, I
honestly,
don't
for
even,
me as a
yeah,
person,
yes,
I can never consider me
yeah.
living in Nigeria. It's just not for me. However, 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 if I have to go,
Yeah.
I will go. And that comes with a lot of responsibility and adjusting.
We're living in Abba.
adjusting. You adjust. I can't say no.
I think you're capping.
I'm not though. I'm really not. Like I said, I'm not gonna sit here and lie and be like, okay, it's gonna be easy. That's really a tough decision. But at the end of the day, if that's the decision that is made, yes, I'm going. And I don't have any final say about it. I'm going. Because see, I feel like a lot of people, whether women or men, they're often afraid of taking a lot of risk. That's a risk right there. That's a huge risk. So it's like if you know that, yeah, this is not something I want to do, but you know what? I'm going to forget what I have going on. You're leaving a business. You could be leaving a business. You could be leaving a good paying job. It's a sacrifice. It's a sacrifice. And it's like you don't even know what you're gonna see on the other side of, town. So it's like when you get there, you could possibly have something better. And maybe when you get there, most times you may not have it all together, but it's growing to get to what is what is going to be better than what you thought was better for you. You just never know. You never know. And I'm at this phase of my life where I'm ready to do anything that God has in store for me. Like if God is telling me to go to Texas, I'll go to Texas. If he's telling me to go to ATL, we're going to ATL. If I'm need to be in Charlotte, we'll go to Charlotte. If I'm to here to stay in Raleigh, I will stay in Raleigh. I move when he needs me to move. I stay and speak when he needs me to speak. So, and I know a lot of people are not like really religious for real, but like if you know you have a guilt feeling or intuition where like it's time for you to move or it's time for you like call that lady and be like, you know what, I'm ready to take things to a level, or call that man, I'm ready to take things to a level. Do it. Take the risk. Just do it. Because if you don't do it, when will you do it for real? But it's a lot of thinking that
Yeah,
comes with it.
I mean, to be honest, the things you're saying right now, especially someone your age, is almost a miracle to hear women your age, say you're 21, women your age don't usually talk like this. They've been consumed by heathenism. They've been consumed by the feminism ideology. They've been consumed. Wait. Are you a feminist?
Am I a feminist?
You said independent, so I got to ask you that question.
A woman can be independent and not be a feminist.
No, there's no difference there. Are you? No.
I
Are you a feminist?
no,
You didn't answer. Okay,
no,
why?
because I'm not a feminist.
You don't want to be.
It's really not something. There are a lot of things today with the way feminism is, talked about. There are some things I could agree, I don't agree, and it's like I can't be picking both sides. I'm
Mm.
not. But I do believe in women empowerment, how women should be able to take the initiative
Mm.
to be independent. You don't have to rely on a man, and you don't have to, be underneath a man. If you have an idea or if you have a bold zeal to start a company, go big, make
What if
your
your
own
husband
practice.
says, "Baby, I want you to stay at home, take care of the kids. That's it."
No, no, you're killing my dream. I will do what I want to do because I wasn't born,
Now
I was not born
Mhm.
to be a housewife. I was not born to be living to I was not born to come and be suffering and not enjoying.
Suffering.
Yeah.
Raising your children is suffering.
Raising your children is not a suffering, but what I mean by suffering, it's like you're not enjoying yourself. You're not doing the things that you want to do. You're putting your dreams aside. It's
Isn't that what
not
all submit? I mean, you when I asked you about submission, you described what submission is. You said putting,
so
yeah,
right. And it's like again, it all comes with having a good, significant other, whether
and
it's your
that goes,
partner,
and then that
whether
goes.
it's your husband, it
Stop
all
saying
falls in
partner.
line with that.
When you use the word partner again, you're using all these small terms: independence,
So you
partner.
want me to
Those are
speak on husband, like marital?
yeah,
Okay,
husband. He's
okay,
your husband, not your partner. Yeah, your husband is not your partner. He can never
okay.
be a partner. So yeah,
Your
unless
spouse,
your
pretty much. Your spouse,
husband.
spouse.
The because so your husband tells you, okay, I want you to stay home, raise the kids. You say, oh, this is what if that's what God wants for you?
Again, if that's what he wants, okay.
How would
But
you
I,
even know?
how would you know? You would know. You would know. I mean, I just really also believe too, like there are just some people where when you flow with God, you will, but whether it's the way he speaks to you, the way he gets you to understand that it's him and maybe talking to you or just showing you things, you will know. But it's like, again, if that's what he wants, he would do it. It's different things for people, different experiences for people. You know, maybe you stay at home, you can start doing a business at home. It just
Mm.
depends. It depends. But all I know is a woman has to be independent. Speaking from the African community, there has been this like just tradition
Mm.
or like a cultural thing where
Mm.
it's like, okay, my husband, the name of in on the house is the husband, the
Mm.
name of the cars the husband.
Mm.
No, as a woman, you also have your own things too,
Do you know what interdependent means?
interdependent.
Yeah.
No.
It means when you are dependent on your husband and your husband is dependent on you.
So together.
Yes.
Well, sometimes it's not like that.
Or you just want to be independent. Because for
I
me,
would
if I'm
say
dating a chick and she tells me, "Oh, I want to," yeah, I'm independent. Yeah, that is already a red flag. Huge red flag. All sorts of red flags.
I would say in terms of now,
Yeah.
I'm not married yet.
Okay.
But it's like I am not relying on a man to make me live the best life. No. I
Mhm.
have my
No,
own
no, no.
things
I'm
going
talking
on.
about when you get there.
When
I'm
I
trying to,
get there, when
yeah,
I'm
because
married, it's
yeah,
it's
when
me
you,
and my husband. Like I'm not having, so for example, another thing that makes marriages to sometimes go apart is financial
mhm,
issues.
yeah,
And many a times a lot of people are not comfortable with maybe having a joint account. They want to have their own separate accounts.
yeah, I wouldn't advise that.
Right. I would not even advise that too because it's like, you're married. So I don't I
I
don't
wouldn't advise having a joint account.
you wouldn't advise having a joint account. Why?
Nah.
Why?
Have if you want to have okay a joint account on something, but have your own account and then he
Of
has his
course,
own
I believe
account.
that too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that is. But maybe account for the children. Maybe you bring maybe a little bit of your whatever it is you put in there. You guys will be putting the money in that joint account,
Mhm.
maybe for the children
That's
or
what I
for
believe.
whatever Then, but you will have your separate account.
Yeah, that's what I believe.
Mhm.
We're on the same page.
Mhm. Wow, we're on the same page. Finally, that independence thing threw me off. Yeah, because yeah,
I'm
strong
speaking.
independent
You're
woman.
look. You're
Yeah,
married, so I'm speaking for independent.
yeah. Okay, so
Like I'm
you're
speaking for someone who's not like officially like married or
yeah. No,
yeah.
no. You said when you're married, you need to be independent,
There's nothing wrong with that too.
and that's why I say Jesus Christ.
I see. I think it's so everybody again has their own ways of wording things. Independent can mean something totally different, and that's why it's good to communicate. Okay, what is your own definition of independence?
There's one definition
There's
of
no
it.
one definition
Why?
of independence.
I'm sure if you Google, if I have my phone here, if I Google independence, it's gonna give me a definition. Why do we want to cherry pick what we? There's yeah. When women say I'm strong, I'm independent, I don't need no man, we know what she means. So when you say you're independent, even in a relationship, even in the confinement of a marriage, you're still saying you're
So for
independent.
me, for
It
me,
is,
when I for me, where I'm
yeah.
coming from, where I'm independent is, I know that with my career where I'm going,
Mm,
I don't want to feel like, okay, it's my husband's responsibility to pay bills. It's my husband's responsibility to be doing majority of the things. As a woman, I don't also want to feel like it's not necessary where like, okay, because he's working, I don't have to work. No, I have things to do as well. And I want to live my dream. I want to fulfill my dream. And I want to be able to make that known to my husband where it's like, okay, this is the things that I still want to do. That is my definition of independence. Because I'm just speaking from an African cultural type of point of view. Many uncles and cousins that I even have right now, their wife is not working. She's the one taking care of the house, taking care of cooking, taking care of cleaning, taking care of the kids. And I see myself doing that, but then again, is I also want to do what I've always had passion to do and ambition to do, which is fulfilling my dream. And I can still be a wife. I can still be the mother to my kids. I
Mm.
can still be a good mom and
Working
work.
50 hours, 60 hours a week.
Yes,
So
it's
you're
sacrifices.
gonna let people.
Take care of my kids?
Yeah.
No, no.
Well, that's. I
No,
mean, somebody's got to be taking
at
care of the
no
kids.
at a time in life with with where, and that's why management, and planning comes in the practice of all those things. I do believe we're at a certain high profession where you get, depending on what you do. I'm speaking really okay in terms of like by God's grace when I become a nurse. I am not just going to be going in and out of the hospital, clocking in. I do see myself having my own family business
Mm.
with my dad, and, us helping from home, working with people and, making appointments with people, and not having to really go somewhere and clock in and clock out. Like things are changing. And that's what a lot of people are opening to do. So I just feel like it depends on what you want to do. It depends on your mindset. If you feel like that's what's good for you, girl, go ahead, do that, do your thing. But I think it's just a different preference for everybody.
Mm. So you're planning on, okay, when you have kids or when you have a child, you will like
Like
you will take
maternity
off.
leave.
Yeah, you will
Yeah,
take
maternity
off.
leave.
Maternity leave only lasts for like what?
3 months.
3 months. 3 months.
Some
That's it.
works, are 3 months. But what I'm saying is where I will be able to spend time and take care of my kids. The level where I will be, and it's gonna be rotated, where with my husband, with me, I don't need really outsiders of like a nanny or babysitter to fend for my kids. I also have family, my parents or maybe his parents, to come along and help as well if necessary, but it won't be like that. It won't
Okay.
be like that.
Okay, got you.
Hmm.
Because okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean,
This
but it's different. Again, I'm just
this
speaking
is
based off of
yeah,
me,
this is
but
you
it's
say you're
different.
not a feminist, but sometimes I see a little bit of it coming out of you. Like
Okay,
yeah, it
okay.
sweats
Well,
like a little bit of it coming out.
okay. Well,
Yeah.
mm. I would just say I know what I want. As a
Yeah.
woman, you know what you want, so
You
go
know
for it.
exactly what you want.
I know what I want. There
The
is, and it's like by God's grace. I mean,
mm,
I know that things change.
mm,
You can have something, thought or idea now, and
mm.
later on it would just change. But it's like over time, if you're really desiring something, okay, stick to what you know is best that will get you there, and go
The
for it.
the submission thing you talked about when you're dating, let's say you have a boyfriend, he's not married, but you guys are still, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever.
Mhm.
Do you still do you still give him that, or is it for only your husband?
Only for your husband. I can't come and be. I want to speak from a godly aspect.
Mm,
It is important and very, very, very important. I understand that, okay, you experience and count and go through things in life that would then
mm,
teach you.
mm,
And I really want to make it known that it is really not good to have sex before marriage. I don't really care what anybody has said.
mhm,
From my lessons that I've taken into consideration in learning, it is so sacred to keep yourself for your significant, for your potential husband, pretty
mm,
much.
mm,
Because I do believe in soul ties. I believe in this type of connection that, when you sleep with someone, it's like you
mm,
feel them, you know their body, and it's
mm,
like I just feel and now know that, when someone sleeps with someone, you're leaving a piece of yourself with people that you slept with, and it's like by the time you are to meet your person, it doesn't feel the same. It doesn't feel special anymore because of how much of yourself you have given out to people, and they abuse it. And when I mean by abuse, they don't really treat it the way your wife or your husband would treat it in a marital way. So I can say, if I'm being submissive
To an extent, though.
to an extent that is
Okay.
like extreme in some areas. That's only
Mm.
for my husband.
Mm.
If I am, talking to someone and dating you, we are working to getting to know each other, building a good relationship.
Mm.
And when one is in a relationship, you're not just really dating going in. You want to build friendship first, because it's like, hey, I married my best friend.
Yeah.
Hey, I married someone that is like literally not the love of my life, but it's like I can tell you anything.
Mm.
I can open up to you and we can talk about anything with each other, and we won't have to feel somehow of, okay, am I regretting why I shared this with you, when you're supposed to be not only a husband or a wife, but really your friends, your companions. So submission is the high extent one. It's for the husband, or if it's a man, it's for
Yeah.
the wife.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Got you. Got you.
yeah.
Well. Okay. Uh, Yeah, I understand, but it still sounds kind of, because you need to, for a man, and I'm talking from the man perspective, you can't be giving me half and half submission. Like if we're like, I'm like, okay, the way I'll be looking at it is, it's either you're fully like, okay, I've made my intentions clear, we're still, or I'm courting you, because I don't usually date. I court women that I'm,
Mhm.
well, I've only courted one woman, if I'm completely be honest, and the woman is my wife. But
Mhm.
like I'm courting you and you're giving me half and half submit. Like it's like I want to know what I'm buying.
What do you mean by buying?
Yeah, I want to know what the
You
hell.
said
Yeah,
women are
yes,
not.
yes. I said it.
Um.
I said it. Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. You
No.
could feel. Yeah, but I want to know what I'm. And if it's,
You're acting as if women are like paid off on a price. What is this?
have you been to Nigeria?
Yeah, we
Okay.
know a bride price, but it's
Okay.
like, what do you mean you want to know what you're buying?
Yes.
Why are you labeling women as if we're like markets? You know,
Well, I'm looking at it from,
what the heck
well,
is you want to know what you're
is
buying?
it's an analogy. Okay,
Is that
don't take it
analogy
too.
is you need a
Yes.
red flag the analogy, because yes,
It is red flag if she's giving me half and half submission. What
it's
the hell
not
is
half
that?
and half submission. You need to respect the fact that if you are dating a woman and she don't want to have sex with you and she wants to wait till you're married, she is literally
No, that one I understand.
okay.
That one I get.
Cause hold
But
up and hold up,
anything else?
I don't like the fact that me, I'm a woman right now and I'm
Mm.
here with you and you talking about something buying. We want to know what you're buying.
I want to know what I'm getting.
As women too, we feel the same way. We want to know what one is getting into, but it's like the way you labeling us as if like it's
That's
my
why I
cats.
asked. Have you been to Nigeria?
Um, yes, but it's like
Mhm.
it's not like that, man. Like
Mhm.
you coming off like kind of hard.
Hey,
Mm.
it's an analogy, but in Nigeria, it's not an analogy. It's actual facts. I need to-
Bombastic side eye because
because I know.
No.
Yeah. I don't even. Where are you from again? No. Where you like what?
Abia State.
Abia State. What part?
Abba.
No. What is your local government? Like where would I go if I, let's say, if a man wants to do the whole bride price thing? Where is
Abriba.
it?
It'll be in the village.
So
now.
you guys are very expensive. What?
Okay, but it's like then again, is the way you're saying it as if you're catching fish.
That's exactly
Like,
what it is.
yo.
That's exactly
Yo.
what it is.
Mm.
Like I can be, yes, for people here in the States, okay, it's an analogy. Yes, I said it. It's an analogy for people that are going to be watching and commenting. I'm not talking about her as a piece of item that you can purchase, but for Nigerians, yes, it's exactly what I'm saying. It is two different cultures. Yeah, there's such a thing called bride
I can
price,
just
and
say
trust me,
right. I think that's
that
your
is not
opinion,
cheap.
though. It's your
But
opinion, man.
it's not. But
It's
when
the way
say
you
it's not
said it,
an-
though. It's the way you said it.
So
Not every guy really has that. I can literally.
not every guy would say it like that.
Yeah, but I mean that. Then speak on your own now.
Have you been to? I mean, Jesus Christ. Have you been to where this is? I mean, I know your father would be, but have you ever been to where they're talking about this?
Of course,
No,
all the
have you-
elders.
Yeah, have
They
you been
sit
there?
down and they
Yeah.
say, yes. Who wouldn't be?
Start negotiating prices.
Yes, they do.
Okay.
However,
Okay.
however, you guys are so focused on the price and what comes with it with the women, but it's like We also, you guys, you don't even have any bride price or groom price. We just take you as you are,
No,
and
you
we
don't
have
take
to
what I
deal.
do.
We
No,
have to
no, you
deal
don't do
with.
that. No.
We have to deal with all the baggage that comes with it. And you guys talking about the price. There's both prices. You guys are free of charge, Seth. There's no charge on you.
There is a charge on us. There is, yeah, because we
I mean,
have.
but it's not as much as it for women. That's what I'm saying. It's not as much. There's still some stuff, but it's not as much. If granted, you can also put sex on the list. That if the woman is not giving one sex, it's a problem.
But it has nothing to do with here. We are here
No,
in the
not
States.
here.
Yeah,
Not here.
no,
I'm just
I mean,
talking about back home.
yeah, but
Yeah.
even still, because it's not the law. If the woman, even in Nigeria, if the woman doesn't want to give you sex, it's not like you can hold that against her.
I
You
mean,
cannot.
yeah.
Yeah, it's illegal.
But then that's
Yeah.
why there's polygamous homes.
Yeah, and you can see America kind of
They're doing that too.
gravitating
They're
towards
doing
that.
that.
Yeah, women are
Sometimes.
no,
Yeah.
because the reason why women are sharing men here is because women are only attracted to a very small percentage of men.
With the amounts of people in this world, I just
No,
share a man.
trust me, women, you guys kind of like you guys
Please,
attracted
let's
to the same.
differentiate the you guys.
No, you guys
Just say
are
women.
attracted. No,
Just
no,
say
no.
women.
You guys are attracted to the same. To
It
the
can't be
same.
you guys. I have my own preference. Another lady has their own preference. Just say
Are you
women.
attracted to tall guys?
Am I attracted to tall guys?
Yes.
I'm attracted to any good looking.
Are you
person.
attracted to tall guys?
I would like a tall guy, yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Are you attracted to the man having resources?
A man having resources.
Yes.
Him having sense, yeah.
Resource. I didn't say sense. I said
No,
resources.
sense also figures too.
I mean, if he has resources, he has sense.
Not
So he
really.
has
So a
some
lot of
kind
people
sense.
can have resources, but
I
they
don't mean
work.
like inherited. Like I mean, he worked for his resources.
Oh yeah,
You attracted to that?
of course, because he knows what he
Okay.
wants. Like he's going for
Okay.
what he
Are you
wants.
attracted to a competent man?
Like competition?
No, competent. Like he's competent. Like he's a go getter. He gets things done. He's reliable. He's dependable.
Of course, anyone would want that. Any woman would want that.
Are you attracted to masculine men?
Define masculine.
A
Because
yeah.
I know what masculine is, but
Yes.
define your version of masculine.
What you think it is what it is. There's no there's no other definition of masculinity other than what it is. There's a definition of it, and what you think it is exactly what it is.
No.
Okay, you're not attracted to masculine.
I'm not. No.
Okay, so you're attracted to a guy that has a bit of femininity to him, that has, sometimes he will, I don't know, maybe paint his nails, polish, talking,
serious right now?
talking like,
Are you
doing all this.
serious?
No, that is feminine though. But
No, it's not.
yes,
I never
yes,
even said anything about, okay, I'm interested in a guy with feminism. I never said
no,
anything.
because you said you don't want masculine men. I have never met a woman. I mean, I know some women that
there are again like masculine. Okay,
it's not a toxic. I'm not talking about toxic because I know your brain just went to toxic masculinity. I don't know.
You're assuming. You're assuming.
That's why you say you don't want toxic. I mean, masculine man. You're a feminine woman. What wouldn't you? I mean, okay.
I never even said I was feminist though.
No. I didn't say feminist. I said a feminine.
Okay.
Feminine woman. Yeah. The opposite of femininity is masculine. Yeah. So why did you? Okay.
Okay. I would just say this. Yes, but there are just some things.
In general,
things.
do you?
Yes.
Are you attracted to masculinity?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So everything I just mentioned here, most women are attracted to that. Competence, a man's ability to acquire resources, excess resources. Tall, very confident man. Well, handsome. Handsome is kind of subjective, whatever. But as long as the taller, the better. The more confident, the better. The more ability to acquire resources, the better. The more confidence he is, the better. The more competent he is, the better. The more he exudes masculinity. He exudes these masculine qualities, the better. Most women are attracted to these traits. And in today's world, very few men have these traits. Do you know the average income in North Carolina? Or in the States in general?
Not really.
34,500.
Okay.
Would you date a man like that that makes 34,000 a year?
It's low.
Would you date a man like that? I know it's low. Okay.
No.
So, and this is my point, and this is the average income. Most men make this amount. Now, when you talk about the top 20%, you're talking about men that are making maybe 70K a year. 10% is men making 100K a year. 5% is above 100K a year. You're talking about, yeah. So when a man in that top 10, top 5% of men in the States, most women are gravitating towards those men.
Mm.
That's why they are sharing. And men know that women want them. If I'm 6'5", or even if I'm 6 foot, oh, just 6 foot tall, and I make 80K, I have plethora of women to choose from. Just those two qualities alone. That's why
Mm.
women are sharing men, because you guys are attracted to almost the same things.
Mm. This, you guys, women are attracted.
So you're not a woman.
I'm a woman, but it's like I don't fit those categories. I don't. I
But
don't
we
fit
just
those
went through it though.
categories. Mm.
We just went through it. You categorically say you wouldn't date a man making 34,500.
Right, but it's saying there are some things when you're saying you women,
No, no,
you
no. Yeah,
guys.
because even men in general, men, we have a universal behavior that we like. Okay, before we started shooting, before this video went up, yeah, we were talking about body count. Most men, yeah, you tell them a number. That's why most women lie. They'll lie about how many sexual partners they have, because they know that you never know which number will piss a man off.
But it's like I don't know why men are so interested in like knowing how many guys a woman has encountered when like some I can't
Yeah.
say most, but some
Mm.
it's like they've rammed a lot of people and
Men and women are different though. Do you think that we are the same?
no, but it's like you don't need to be asking me about
No,
my
but because
body count.
sometimes me for okay, other than it being okay, I don't wanna hoe, other than it being that,
Okay, well I don't
uh,
want a type of guy that is
yeah,
you're having sexual relationships
but
with all these
yes,
type of women.
okay, that's fine, which is fine. But I'm just telling you from the guy. Well, from my perspective, I don't want to walk into a room where I see a bunch of dudes that have seen my wife naked or seen my girl naked, like or seen been have like that is something that that is something that gives men nightmares. I would know a man that would say, "Wait, who? I'm not going over there. I'm not even going a mile anywhere there where I will meet any man that know you." We are very territorial that way. And the way that men have always been, especially when it comes to selecting the woman that they want to be with, is that woman is a representation of them. That woman is an extension of their ego. They
Hmm.
are telling the world, this is my taste in a chick. This is my taste in the mother of my children. And if that woman has shared her body with loads, it's a problem.
Same as it is with a guy.
It's not. Come on.
But it's like the men, at least for me, I
If you know that your guy, like, okay, you guys are dating, you guys are very serious, and then maybe this kind of conversation comes up, maybe, and then you ask
it's
him,
very
okay,
important on both
how
ends.
many guys have you slept? I mean, how many girls have you slept with?
Hmm.
And he said, like, okay, 12, maybe 15.
Hmm.
You're not gonna disqualify him. You're not gonna look at him as certain, even any kind of way.
But it's like then it's like, see,
But
it's
when it's
bad when a
reversed,
guy, right? It's bad when a guy looks at a woman that type of way. It's like, okay, you in that boat too. I'm not looking at you in any type of way. It's just weird.
I don't, I don't want to. Okay,
I don't for
chicks,
me, I'm
yeah.
not agreeing with stuff like that because it doesn't really make any sense. I understand a guy wouldn't
What do you
want,
mean? What do you mean it doesn't make any sense?
it doesn't make sense where
Women,
they're targeting so much women when it comes to like maybe they want to get to know how many people you slept with. It's like, okay,
to know if to commit,
to what?
to know if to. I mean, I
To
don't.
know if to compete to
No, no.
commit, but it's like for the women, we already know men are sleeping around. We already know, and the same
Okay.
thing for women. But it's like one, even if we know, even if the guy says anything, it's like okay,
I'm
that's
not even sure
fine.
a guy would kind of like on the like. The thing is, what my thing is this: women, because the differentiation about this is what makes this different is women get. Now I don't want to get vulgar, but I'm gonna do it PG version. Women get effed, men f.
Like they f up.
No, that's not what I said. Women get effed, and
Okay.
men f.
Okay.
So those two things are different.
It's not really, to be honest. It's not. And I'm not going back and forth with you on this. It's not. It's not. It's really not. I really do believe that if a man wants
So
to
you
have
think a man shouldn't care? Like a man shouldn't care. A girl could be okay. Yeah, I slept with Tony,
both
but
people, if you are willing
yeah,
to work and be committed in a relationship, you should
yeah,
care. But don't be surprised if she tells you a number.
20.
If she tells you 20,
Yeah,
okay,
okay.
how
And
much
a
do
man
you?
shouldn't be. And a man shouldn't be.
No, because a man has done even more. The
What
man,
if? What
sometimes a
if?
man will even, both parties will even lie. And it's like, okay, who are you trying to deceive? Like, you've been out here fishing. You've been fishing. So it's like, you want me to come and be feeling bad about myself because I
No,
maybe,
nobody's feeling like the same way you disqualify a man for making $34,000 a year.
it's
Why
not the
can't?
same rate with sex. It's not.
What do you mean it's not?
It's not. It's not the same rate. I just don't see why a man should shame a woman if she is sleeping around
And I don't
and
see.
has a big number than it being a man, or maybe even the same, or it
So
being the
you think? So
same.
you think most men are out here just smashing?
Yes, the whole mindset is literally to fuck. I literally
Okay.
was yesterday. I went swimming with one of my friends. We went
Mm,
to the pool,
mm,
and the guy came up to me. I was like, "Hey, do you mind opening the pool door?"
mm,
And I wanted to help him open the pool door. He's like,
mm.
"Oh man, you look good." It's like you're already desiring to in your head. You're
You're
already
wearing.
sleeping with me.
What were you wearing? A bikini?
And what? I'm at the pool. I'm at the pool. So it's like, why?
You're half naked.
That doesn't mean I'm even interested in you for real.
No, but he was just telling you. No, no, no. But he was just telling you though.
It
When
doesn't
you
make
present
sense.
yourself a certain way and a man reacts to it a certain way, why are you surprised? Like I don't understand. Like okay, if he tells you that, sure. I mean, you're wearing literally. Well, I don't know what the bikinis nowadays. Yeah, you're wearing brown underwear, and a man reacted to it, and you're like shocked.
It doesn't make sense.
Oh my god. Okay.
It doesn't make any type of sense. It doesn't make any type of sense. And the only thing is, one just went to go and open the pool door. You're already here saying, "Oh man, you look good. Like you're gorgeous. Like what you doing up?" Like
Oh, he
no,
was complimenting. Okay, you said you were okay. He was complimenting you. I thought it was something creepy.
no. But it's like the way when he was saying it, he's licking his lips, and it's like, okay, what the heck is that, man? Like like what is all that? And it wasn't even to the point where after he came in, he's flirting with every other, girl, maybe anyone he sees that will finally accept him and be like, okay, like let's go do something. Like niggas have motives. Sorry, guys. Guys have motives. They have motives. They have motives. Everybody has a different motive. They have a different agenda. There could be a guy, he could be with you. A woman could even be with you as long as you want. And the
Mm.
whole time they just want to get what they think they need and they'll do. That's how it is. This world, this generation is so toxic, it's so dangerous. It's wicked. So wicked that the good you would even do for somebody, it don't make sense. It don't make no sense to them. It doesn't.
I was gonna ask you about when
I'm looking at a watch.
I was gonna ask you about divorce, but anyway,
Divorce. I can't speak on that, man.
nah. I was just gonna touch on it. There was some things I
Okay.
needed to ask you on it, but I was going to, but I'm not because you keep looking at your damn watch and Jesus Christ.
I can't speak on that though. I can't.
I mean, you can have just because
My
you're not
opinion?
yeah, your opinions. Your
Okay, what
opinion.
was the question?
No. We're gonna leave that for some other time.
Another time?
Yeah, another time. There's gonna be another time.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're gonna end it here. Has been a good.
End it here.
Yeah.
No. You forgot one more question. Or another there was one thing you wanted to really talk about.
What was it?
Uh well, I don't know if you really wanted to feature in here, but you're like, okay, from someone who is like uh you were raised in an African home.
Yeah.
You're um a Christian.
Mm-hmm.
How has one really like found their way with adapting, and you're still having a leveled mindset, you
No.
know?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We talked about that earlier on off camera. Yeah. Yeah. We could go a little bit into that, just a little bit, because I know. Hey, I'm a very considerate man. I know. I know. I could see your eyes. Yeah. I know your. We have a thing we have to do after this. So yeah. So okay, but okay, let's get into it, because yeah, you are your age, you're a Gen Z Christian. I know most of your friends, they're moving a certain way. I would guess Gen Zs, they are
Why
not
you coming
really,
for my friends, man?
they are not really
Why
religious.
you coming for my
I
friends?
would assume, especially in college. Oh my god.
Well, not only college. I don't really have a lot of college friends. A lot of
Oh, for real?
people, yeah, they've graduated, and
You don't
um,
have people you hang out with in after
I don't
class
just
or
because I
something?
hang. I would say this: just because I see somebody I know and I can relate with them doesn't
Hmm.
mean they're my friend. And just because like they consider me a friend doesn't mean I'm their friend.
Oh,
You get what I'm saying?
okay.
A lot of them have graduated, and a lot of people are doing good. As I was telling you, one of them got engaged too. So
Yeah, but those things are anomalies. Like, you don't really see,
stuff like that.
yeah, stuff like that,
Okay.
especially in college, especially girls having that kind of mind. I mean, like I told you before, and I've been telling you this, you are an anomaly. You are something that it will have to take me, like, you are one out of the 30 girls
She
your
said 30.
age. 30 girls your age, you are one. You are one. Not too many people have this sort of mindset. So how is balancing, because you always mention, yeah, religious and how God.
Mhm.
So how is that? How do you bring that to like, how is that? Do you look for guys with the same?
Mindset.
Mm,
Yes, I would say I look, well, to just start everything. Um, for me, with as many people know me, my parents are pastors and they're very, very known in Raleigh, North Carolina. We have a beautiful church that is titled Champions Victory Church. And I've been born and raised in the
when did the
ministry.
name change?
The name,
When did the name change?
you've not known. You've not known.
I call it Soul Reapers.
No, it's Champions Victory
When
Church.
did it change?
It changed like I think it's
Yeah, that's
been
been
2 years
recent.
now.
Oh shit. Oh,
Yeah.
dang.
Yeah, you've not been active, man.
Hey, hey.
You're not been active, but it's okay. It's okay. And I was born and raised in the ministry, and it's kind of been hard for me, to be honest, being an African, a girl especially.
Mm,
I'm the only daughter of my parents,
mm.
so there is a lot of responsibility. But not only that, like I'm a PK kid, so it's like there's also a
PK.
heavy preacher's kid.
Okay, preach. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
So there's just a lot to a certain extent where people will be like, oh, you can't do stuff like this. And in my early teenage life, especially when I was in high school,
Mm.
there were a lot of things where like on a regular, I wasn't really uh, attracted to, especially if it wasn't maybe within my home. So it made me to have different views and looks on certain things, and especially when I got to college, that was when a lot of things changed for me. And the things that I know I wouldn't do at home, I would do in college. And it's college, A girl wanted to have
I know,
fun,
I know,
A
I
girl
know,
wanted to be lit,
I know
and
what
it's
y'all.
like
Yeah,
they were even with like maybe piercings or any other thing wanting to
you had
do,
piercings.
drinks,
You had piercings.
smoking. I have yeah, piercings. I have piercings.
No, no, no. I know the ears. Okay,
I
but
have one on my nose too.
interesting.
So stuff like that. Like,
Mm.
it's not common that you would do in an African strict household, and my household was strict.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I mean, your dad is a pastor, sure.
I mean, yeah, but so I would say too. Also, when I went to college, I wasn't really like living. I didn't really have a as much even as I grew in church.
Mm.
I can be born and raised in church. I didn't have a one-on-one relationship with Christ.
Mm.
So it's like college was the real deal for me to really see my true friends, the people I was surrounding myself with, the environments, and with experiences that I haven't had to encounter, it really, really set a huge dynamic change for me, and just really having a wide spiritual awakening to know that, okay, I think this is where I need to get close with God. And by that time of my life, it was hard for me to submit to, okay, if I'm going to go with God, I can't do certain things anymore. And I also lose friends, and it was difficult, but I mean, in the shaping and in the polishing and in the finishing touches of the process, it's worth it in the end. And I can say with everything, it's worth it. Sacrificing the old life for a new one and a better one and a healthy one, it's worth it. Losing connections was that I thought was meaningful, it's worth it. And especially even with my area of dating, my experiences with guys have not really been the best growing up. And I would say now, one lesson I can say to all my women out there is love yourself, treat yourself. You don't need to wait for a man to take you out to a nice place. Treat yourself and take yourself out. Get your nails done. Look good for yourself. Don't wait until when you're in a relationship you start looking good. Already start looking good for yourself. And to my Christian sisters, keep trusting God. And for those who don't even know about God, keep trusting God. I know, like, you don't maybe know, but He loves you and He cares for you. And I just want to tell you that, like, where you think you are right now in your life is just the beginning. It's really just the beginning to a better foundation. And in the area of dating, I would say pray on it. If you are interested in a person and you have desires that are maybe considering a good relationship, pray about it. God will show you and reveal to you that this is someone that is for you. And if it's not for you, wait. And while you're waiting, enjoy your waiting season. Work on yourself, build yourself. Don't be anticipating, oh, I'm never going to have nobody, because eventually you will. This world is too big not to just be alone. So I would say, make sure you are very devoted into growing and pursuing a lot of interest in yourself. And yeah.
Wow, I didn't know you were long-winded.
Along with
I didn't know you were long-winded. Like you could, like you just gave a whole monologue. It's like you were reciting a dissertation or
Oh,
something.
no, like I just,
Yeah,
yeah.
but yeah, I get all that. I get. Well, for people like you gotta because the one thing I keep going back to is the crowd that you're talking to. Not too many people are in that.
Phase.
Yes.
And I would say, which is true, I mean, but the first step, in all of this is accepting who you are.
Mm.
You know, no matter whatever you see, social media, first of all, is a scam. Okay. Be yourself. You're different.
No, it's not.
Social media is a scam.
So okay. So
Like,
would
it's
you go off
fake.
social media? Would you go off social media?
Would I go off social media? I
Yeah.
can't. I can't. Because
You say you can't or you can?
like I can't go based off of social media with what is being shown
Okay.
at
So
times.
if you were to if your guy was to say, hey man, I want you to go
No, I'm speaking for myself.
delete. Yeah. No,
I'm
I
speaking
said
for myself. For
delete
me
delete your
now,
Instagram.
no,
Get
for
off
me
Facebook.
now, for
Yeah.
me now, I can say that if I'm on social media, I want to really show the real me with whatever I choose to show, but everything is
But
real.
people watching you would also be saying the same thing that it's a scam. Yo,
And
you are
it's
showing you know,
No, I'm
because
not.
you
I'm
wouldn't be
not.
highlighting
I wouldn't
the
really say people's preference, like just within community and stuff. I really don't know what anybody's experience is and what
on
they've been through to
on
get to
social
where they
media.
are.
People don't usually show the bad stuff. It's usually the good times. It's usually
It's
maybe
good times.
God or maybe when you're praying or whatever it is. But it's
Yeah,
never the bad time. It's never
because that's what
the
they want
thing
people
that
to
will.
see.
No, I'm talking about you. You wouldn't
Oh, for
post when
me,
you're going through shit.
I
You wouldn't
have,
post it. You
I
wouldn't post
have,
when you're breaking down. When you're
I
like
have.
in. You wouldn't say. You wouldn't come online and say things that even have the things you've told me off camera. You
Mhm.
wouldn't come out online and say those things.
But I think I have. I really believe I have. And it doesn't have to be on just one social media, wherever you just see me, because it's like a lot of people, based off maybe what they've experienced, like people feel ashamed and people make other people to feel ashamed. And it's like, you don't got to be ashamed of nothing. You don't have to be ashamed of anything. And you don't have to fit into anybody's particular type of list that, you have to be so and so. Be yourself, accept yourself. That's where it all starts from. Because if you accept yourself, anybody else can start accepting really who you are. You don't have to fit into anybody's category of the way you're supposed to be and what you're supposed to do. you know I think that's what gets a lot of people really twisted, and that's why they seek so much exception and validation, and you don't have to. It messes you up, and it makes you to just go down a path that you don't want to really be. But I would just say, I know it's not easy. It's not interesting too, because it's a journey. But I would just say the first thing you can do is accept yourself, realize who you are,
Mm.
identify yourself. If this is the person that you are, own it. If there are things you need to work on it. And I can say this as well: you can't change if you're not ready to accept change. Change comes with a lot of removing old skin, shedding off old skin. And old skin is old habits, maybe old things that you used to do,
Mm.
things that used to maybe get to you. Just let it go. Let it go. And let the new reveal itself. Let the new you reveal itself. I'm not going to even say it's easy to, because whoever was maybe in your old life, people will try and come back and think you're the same person.
Yeah,
And
I was
you're
gonna ask you something about when you said, changing, and then you said it's not easy.
Mhm.
So yeah, I was gonna ask you something.
Did I answer you? Okay.
Yeah.
I answered her. Okay.
Yeah, because I was gonna ask whether you see, because you talked about getting lit.
Hmm.
I was gonna ask, would you give that up?
Would I give that up?
Yeah.
I would say it's really a definition of lit. Lit for some people is
What is lit to you?
lit to me is I'm having a nice time with good people that love me and I love them, and I'm appreciative of being in the midst of people.
In what environment?
In what environment? A good environment. It doesn't have to be partying all the time. I really, even the last time I even went to a lounge or a club, it's really been a minute. Um,
This year?
this year, to be honest.
No, have you been to the club this year?
Have I been to the club this year?
Yeah.
I would say yes, but it's not the same. It's not the same as it was when I was like.
No, club. I mean like club, not like a lounge, not like
Right, right.
yeah.
I've been to a club this year.
Okay.
However, it's not the same as it was when, like, before, with the people I was surrounded by, like the connects. It was amazing. I can say I had a nice time. I enjoyed myself, but
You do.
it's not the same anymore, because with the people that I'm around with now, our goals is to be successful. We can still have a nice time, a glass of wine, go out for a drink, go out to eat, go out and do maybe other activities and stuff like that, but it's always something that is uplifting one another. Hey, how's that business going? Or like what are your plans moving forward? Where do you see yourself in the next maybe 5 to 6 years? And having people that really accept me for me. I used to try and fit in. I used to try and, name it all. I used to try and do all that stuff, but it's like I don't have to do all of that to be recognized as a person and to be recognized as precious. I can be myself, and because people don't like me doesn't mean that I won't get to where I want to go. A lot of people, when you're successful in life, they don't like you, and it's okay. It's really okay, as long as you are okay with who you are, and as long as you can accept the person that God sees you to be, man. anybody else opinion about you don't matter for real. Like you solid for life. So I would just say to all the people out there who are really just, grinding, you're still working hard, you've been doing the best you can, and like just finding at peace with who you are, just keep going. Keep going with what you have going on. And I wish you the best, in everything that you got going on. So
Grinding, yeah.
yeah, grinding 24/7.
Mm.
Yeah, hustle season.
Yeah, you hustle, and how do you? Let me ask you. Okay, before I close out, because I'm about to. I'm even getting on myself. But before, yeah, how do you put yourself in situations where a man would find you, or have you ever walked up to a guy and asked him out?
I have. For me,
What? Yeah.
for me, I have.
How did that happen? Like,
How
what
did
did
that
you say?
happen?
Yeah, what did you say?
So I can say this. My I know it's terms of X, but it's like um my last relationship. Um when I met him at a church program, honestly. I mean, I grew up in church, so all I knew about really was a lot of church events, activities, and programs. So I went with my dad to a church of a pastor friend of his, and he was playing the drums. And when I saw him instantly, I was like, wow, you know, this is a good looking guy, you're really good looking.
How old were you then?
I was, I think 16 or 17.
Yeah, that don't count. I mean,
It don't count.
Yeah, no, it doesn't count. I mean, you were still, yeah.
I was young, but it's like then again, still the confidence it took for me to tell somebody, like, that was a lot. And even till today, now I can walk up to somebody, even though I'm not like interested in you, just to compliment you. Hey man, you look good. Like I can do that.
Compliment is nothing. I'm talking about walking up to a guy. Now that you're not, okay, when you were 19, 20, 21, would you do that? Or have you done that?
I would do that, and I have done that. It's just that, I mean, in terms of like,
when you're 16, doesn't, like, this is when you're still naive, you're still like innocent in a way, where even though these girls nowadays, Jesus Christ. But yeah, but 16, nah, you don't, that, if anxiety and fear is not there yet, when you get older, then yeah, women are more. So like, what I'm asking is, would you walk up to a guy, initiate conversation, and then ask him out? Is that something that you would
like,
do?
right, just a random guy?
Not it. What I say? I mean,
You mean
like
the
you
person?
said, like you said, the one when you met that guy,
Right.
yeah, yeah, you saw him, you liked him,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, I was to even initiate like further talking. I'm the one that even gave him my number. I was like, "Hey, call me. Like, this is so and so." Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm the type of woman that would do that. If I see a good-looking man
Mm.
and it's like, there's a reason why God made me to look at you. I'm not going to miss the opportunity and be like, "Hey."
Or maybe it's just infatuation. He said he was good looking. So
He was good looking, but then again,
Yeah.
like, "Hey, you got to try. You got to try." I was like, I mean, I don't want to miss the opportunity to be like, "Hey, this is a good looking man." Like, what am I doing, man? I'm just gonna sit down and wait
most
for him to
women,
come.
most women,
Most women will wait.
put themselves in a position where that guy will see.
Well,
Will
I don't
sing.
want that. You already
Yeah.
see me. You already see how I'm looking. I'm already seeing how you're looking. Let's talk. This is my number. I would like for you to call me. And it took 2 weeks for him to get back to me. But, he still called me. It happened. And we're both in two different worlds now, and we're doing good. He's doing really good. Like, we're on good terms. It's not like as if one ended off in a bad state,
Yeah.
but one made sure like one is good per se. So I mean, it's okay. But honestly, like, I'm a type of woman in my life now where I am more confident than how I was before. I'm very, very more outspoken, and I will tell my mind and let you know my mindset on where, depending on the situation, just to speak for myself, so
Yeah.
that it's necessary.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, this has been a really
Good talk.
insightful conversation. I told you, there's nothing to be. When you start talking, you wouldn't know time flies.
Right.
Like, I'm the one telling you, I gotta get out of here. So you were like, oh, I hope this is 1 hour. I hope this is 45 minutes.
I
Nah,
mean,
yeah.
with the way the conversation will go, we need a what part two?
Oh, we're gonna talk about all sorts of parts. This is just the beginning. But yeah, anyway, yeah, we would. Okay, guys. So this is gonna be it, and you know, we will be having. She will be coming back, and we will be having a round two of this. This is a very important conversation, especially in this time that we live in today. This is a very, 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 very insightful conversation, and we got to be having it, and we will be having it. So there is going to be another one. She's going to be coming back, and then if you like the video, please hit that like button. Please subscribe to my channel, and her Instagram and her information will be in the description below. If you want to follow her on Instagram or anything like that, or you want to contact her for whatever, her information will be in the description below. Precious, do you have any final words?
I just want to say, God bless you, and wishing you for the remainder of the year great success, love, joy, peace, and good vibes.
Vibes. Shades of vibes. Oh my
Yeah.
God. All right, guys, we out of here. See ya.